How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about a new budget keyboard that has something unique built right onto the keyboard itself. So if you've been on AliExpress or maybe even Temu, you probably came across the Ajaz brand name. They make affordable Stream Deck alternatives and even keyboards. Today's budget keyboard that we're going to be talking about is the Ajaz AKP 815. Yeah, that's a lot. So this may look like an ordinary keyboard, but if you flip it to the side, you'll see this. This is almost a 5-inch LCD screen, a touchscreen LCD screen that you can use it as a Stream Deck. So let's take a look at this keyboard, see what it's all about and what it's used for and who is this keyboard for. All right. The box itself feels quite premium. It's like hard cardboard. Got a really nice design on here. Popping it open, we got the keyboard itself packaged quite nicely. We got a key puller and a USB-C cable and a manual. Looks like it is in English and Chinese. Alright, so that's what's in the box. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a close look at the keyboard. First impressions, this thing looks very clean. I really love the color that they got on here and just the whole sturdiness of it. See, it feels really good on the hand, but it is definitely on the light side compared to some of the higher end keyboards that I've tested before. The back side's got the Ajaz logo, kickstands for the keyboard itself. When you press on this button, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but all these buttons go down together, so you can definitely tell that it's not a premium keyboard like some of the other keyboards that are out there that's, you know, above $100 range. Alright, so let's talk about the specs and features of this keyboard. So it is a 75% layout, and I believe these are low profile mechanical keyboard switches that are 30% lower than the normal switches that are out there. It measures at 12 millimeters in height. You can kind of see that they're quite short. It does have programmable RGB. Apparently 20 modes of RGB modes that's in the software that you can mess around with. I mean, RGB is nice to have on a keyboard, but it's not like this mandatory thing that every keyboard must have. It's 81 keys, I believe. The layout is 81 keys. And from what I'm reading, I'll pop these out in a little bit. These keys, these keycaps are not PBT, they're ABS injected. And so PBT compared to ABS, they're far more robust, so it wears down a lot slower, and the pattern and the feel of the caps are a little bit premium on PBT keys. And additionally, PBT is more resistant to degradation caused by UV light, so you know, especially white keys like that, over time that, you know, ABS tend to like fade out, turning to this yellow color. PBT will tend to like hold on to the natural color a lot longer. Alright, so this LCD screen is the biggest feature, and you're buying it because of the LCD screen that's built into it, and we'll get to more of that later on in the video. Alright, I'm going to use the provided keycap puller. You can see that they're quite short. So these are I'm probably gonna pronounce these wrong. These are the Huano Dwarf Red switches. Never heard of them. This is the first time that I got a keyboard that has these switches, and I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. This keyboard is not hot swappable. That's one of the biggest downside. But you also got to keep in mind the price that you're paying for this. This is not a high-end keyboard. This is a budget keyboard, so you're gonna have to give up some of those customizable features. So the switches, you know, they sound okay. It's got short travel, and they are soldered onto the board, so that's why you can't hot swap. But if you're into soldering, maybe you're able to pop these out and swap them out. And from what I've seen, it does not have a dampening pad underneath. So yeah, so they keep that in mind before when you purchasing this keyboard. All right, so I moved the mic a little bit closer to the keyboard so we can get a good sound test going on here. A little bit of keyboard ASMR typing. So this is what it sounds like. Alright, so let's go plug this in, take a look at the software, and then get a deep dive into this built-in macro deck or stream deck, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so I went ahead and went to the link that was provided in this manual to download the software, but that software was in Chinese and language cannot be changed. So I looked around the internet. I was able to find the same exact AJAS deck control software, but the global edition, which is what I have downloaded here. I found it on the Echo Maker's website, which is another keyboard manufacturer. So I downloaded the software, went into the settings, and it had a bunch of different languages that you can choose from, and English is one of them. So I got everything in English. All right, so here we are. Keyboard's plugged in, software is downloaded. I did, however, deleted all the random keys that was already was built into this out of the box, and we can go ahead and use this software to set up our own stream deck and see how easy it is. Alright, so first thing I want to do, I want to create a button to be able to launch my BattleNet. So it's quite straightforward. I got the BattleNet launcher here. You can drag and drop it into this button. It creates it. And as you can see on your keyboard, you got the button on your LCD screen. So let's go ahead and press that and see how it works. Works just like a stream deck or the touch portal that I've been using. That's crazy. So let's go ahead and fill this out and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and created some shortcuts and some features that I quite frequently use to make my life a little bit easier. So let's check it out. So the first button I create is the BattleNet launcher. So I play a lot of Overwatch, used to play a lot of World of Warcraft. Shout out to all my WoW players. So when you press this, just like a stream deck, it launches the BattleNet application. I also have my YouTube homepage of the channel. Yep, just like that. One press of a button takes you to YouTube and Discord launcher. And I'm pretty sure, like the stream deck, you can do more stuff with this. I just haven't figured it out yet. So yeah, so I got Discord, calculator, I got the weather built in right to it. I got the weather application in there. It's quite nice because you can actually see the weather on here. You don't have to open it up on your desktop. And CapCut, and another really nice feature, this is one of the reasons I wanted this, is to have my CPU stats displayed on here. And I'm hoping in the future, or maybe there's a way to get my GPU stat as well. I haven't figured it out. And also volume up and down, as you can see on the monitor when I press volume down. It's pretty responsive. You can build a folder and do whatever you want to do with it. So here is my OBS folder. It's got a shortcut to record, screen split, etc. And you can go back. Here I got all my favorite websites. I haven't went in and put in sites, but just so you can see what it would look like. So quite nice. And if you want to go to the next page, you can. It is empty right now. I've only been messing around with this for about 30 minutes. So yeah, this is the custom LCD screen with the deck controller, and it's really nice. It's responsive and it's built right into your keyboard. You don't have to reach out of the way to press the button. It's just right there. I think it's a decent sized screen. It's very similar to, I believe, the Elgato Stream Deck XL. Is the one with 15 buttons. I could be wrong. yeah, you don't have to have an extra device on your table. It's just right there. All right, so let's look at the RGB switches. These can be changed. Like I mentioned before, there's supposedly 20 different programmable lighting effects, and the way you would do that is not through a software, is right through a shortcut. So you can hold down function button and hit X to turn it off and turn it back on, and hold down function button and the arrow key to dim and make it bright, right? And then hold down function button and backward slash to cycle between the different RGB. Another unique feature for this LCD screen, so whenever you're not using the deck controller and you exit out of your app, you can actually have a custom photo to display on the LCD screen. It's actually a really nice cut. Okay, so I've been using this for about 3 days now. I've been doing some productivity work, like office work, playing video games on it. This has been my daily keyboard for the last 3 days. Now, there are some pros to it, there's some cons to it. Keep in mind, this is a $75 keyboard, and you're buying this not because of this part, but you're buying it because of this part right here. Now, the deck control that's built into it is quite nice. It's not gonna beat a Stream Deck because, you know, at the end of the day, I love how the Stream Deck that you're able to press the button, you get that tactile feedback. You're not gonna get that with a touchscreen, but it is nice having it right next to your keyboard, especially when I was editing videos. I was able to crop, select, change effects, and everything was just right next to your fingertips. Now for gaming, I didn't really like it, especially the low profile keys that are on here and the switches that comes with it. They're just not the best. They don't sound the best. They're a little too clicky for my liking. So I would not recommend this guy for gaming, but for everyday office work or just like, you know, productivity work, I will highly recommend this. It's affordable at $75, you really can't beat it, and this screen is amazing. So you do get a lot more than what you pay for on this guy. For anything outside of gaming, for office work, like I said, I would highly recommend this AJS AKP815. So let me know down in the comment below how you like the video. Are you planning on getting this keyboard, or maybe you already have something similar? I'd like to hear your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. I'd appreciate if you sub to the channel and leave a like, and let me know what I can do better in the future videos. Thanks.